a bit out. But, yeah, I mean.
We will anytime.
All right. So, what's different about this new album as opposed to all the other ones? How is it a progression?
I think one of the biggest differences is that we recorded it in our own studio. That made a very big difference to me. It's probably one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Okay, now, the studio, this is like right in your home or what? And what do you have to do to build one of these things? It take years, does it cost millions of pounds? What's the story behind it?
Yeah, it costs a lot of money. You've got to find the right place.
You can start again.
I'd like to, please, yeah.
And you know, if you want, like to say these things, you know, when I built the studio, it cost me a lot of money, and it was like, you know, you could like bring up the end of my question at the beginning of your response.
Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, I sort of would prefer it because it makes it easier for us to cut a piece out of it.
I see. Okay, I'll try.
Yeah, you know, you don't have to do it every time, but if you think of it, it would be good. And in fact, I might ask you to say things again if I see that it's coming out in a way that might not work that well on TV. It's just like the sort of things that we have to do.
Great.
Okay.
No, that sort of helps me, really.
Don't worry about it. Just talk, and it'll be good.
Thanks.
All right. So we were talking about the studio, right? And you're going to tell me like what it was like to build it and what you went through.
Yeah. One of the main reasons for wanting to build our own studio was the amount of money that it was costing in a commercial studio per hour. And when you work experimentally, it actually becomes prohibitive when it's costing that amount of money, plus the distractions. So you've got to find a place, and you've got to get the best equipment in there that you can afford, because obviously it's very expensive stuff.
Because I was looking to see, like was that a wig, you know, was it Memorex, what was it? Because, you know, when you're looking, because sometimes you see, like...
We're ready anytime you want to.
So this studio is jinxed now because the phone rings and everything stops. So, I mean, so you have the studio and everything, and it was, helped make it easier. But what else? Like, what about the subject matter? Do you feel that these songs are about different things than songs on your previous album?
Yes, I think the last album was quite an intense album. I think it was about emotion, and there were a lot of things that I wanted to say that I wasn't happy with. I was feeling mankind to be cruel, negative, and I think I expressed that in a lot of the songs. With this album, there was a completely different energy. I moved from the city to the country. I was surrounded by elemental forces, which I really feel feature on this album, and I was feeling really happy and positive and considering mankind to be much better than on the last album. So I think it's got a more positive energy.
That's kind of weird that you say that, because especially on the first side, all the songs are so pessimistic. These songs about people who just cannot communicate.
On this album?
Yeah.
But I think it's actually finding a way for them to communicate. If they can't, the positive side is that they find a way too. And if they don't, then there's the hope that they can.
Okay, so then running up that hill is just the beginning of a whole cycle.
How do you mean?
Well, because I mean that is like a really pessimistic thing. I mean, two people wanting to switch places like that. You know, the singer's just saying, you know, if you could feel like what I feel now, then what, right?
But why is it pessimistic though? Why is it not positive to want to experience what the other person feels? For me, it's a positive thing. It's saying that they can get rid of the problems, or they care enough about each other to want to do that.
Okay, great. So, on this side then, basically, so we got, you're optimistic. What caused you to write lyrics though, like, you never understood me, you never really tried? Is this a personal experience?
I think everyone at some time feels misunderstood. But I can't think of any song that I would say was truly autobiographical. There's something of me in every song, in that I'm expressing something I'm hoping is interesting, but I don't think they're truly autobiographical comments in any way.
Okay. I have written here, what's cloud busting about?
Well, cloud busting was inspired by a book that I found on a shelf about 9 years ago. It's out of print now, written by a guy called Peter Reich, and it's called A Book of Dreams. And it's a very unusual, beautiful book, written by this man through the eyes of himself when he was a child, looking at his father and the relationship between them. Very special relationship. His father meant so much to him. His father was a psychoanalyst, very respected, but he also had a machine that could make it rain. And the two of them would go out together and they would make it rain. And in the book there was such a sense of magic that, in a way, the rain was almost a presence of his father. Unfortunately, it's a very sad book in that the peak of it is where his father is arrested, taken away from him because of his beliefs he's considered a threat. And it's how the child has to cope from that point onwards without his father. And the song is really using the rain as something that reminds the son of his father. Every time it rains, instead of it being sad and lonely, it's a very happy moment for him. It's like his father is with him again.
Yes, as far as Wilhelm Reich, right? So, good. I mean, in the video, was it easy for you to portray a child?
I think it's something I obviously worried about. When you're not a child, there are lots of things that could be a problem, like I could look old and not young. And we were also, excuse me, trying to take away the feminine edge, so that in a way I could be a tomboy rather than a little girl, trying to keep the thing as innocent as possible. And I think rather than being that worried about playing a child, I was just worried about the whole process of acting, because it's something I've not really done in a true sense. I've performed in lots of ways, but not really acted. And it was something that I was wary of. And I was actually surprised at how much I enjoyed it.
Well, that's what everyone around the office is saying, for instance, like, saying, well, she should play Tess of the D'Urbervilles. I mean, this thing looks like an English classic. I mean, is this something that you've are really considering doing now?
Acting?
Yeah, acting more.
It's nothing that has ever really been a strong desire for me. I mean, never at any point in my life have I really wanted to be an actress. But if there was something offered that was interesting enough, I would certainly want to do it, yes.
Okay, good. But let's get back to the video then. How'd you get Donald Sutherland to be in it?
Really lucky. The brief, really, from the start was that I wanted a great actor to play the father. I wanted it to be a piece of film rather than a video promotional clip. I wanted it to be a short piece of film that would hopefully do justice to the original book and let people understand the story that couldn't really be explained in the song. So we wanted a great actor. We thought of Donald Sutherland and thought, well, you know, chances are we won't get him, but why not try? So we found a contact and explained the story and sent the script to him. And he was interested in doing it, and just happened to have the days free when we were shooting. So, pretty incredible, really.
So what was he like?
Fantastic. Really professional, really patient, and an incredible help to me. In my debut acting role, I had a pretty good actor opposite me, and he was so encouraging and made it so easy for me. I mean, whenever we were acting, he was my father. I just had to react to him like a child. He made it very easy.
Great. Who directed the video and where was it shot? I think the setting of it's really beautiful.
It is a beautiful place. It's the Vale of the White Horse in England. And the director was Julian Doyle.
And, you know, tell us more about Julian Doyle.
Julian Doyle